Good evening, August 19th, 2025, Anchorage, Alaska. A city that usually wakes to the hum of early flights and the distant roar of jet engines. But on this morning, something was different. An uneasy stillness hung in the air. The day started like any other, until, without warning, the airport's radar and communication systems suddenly failed. Screens flickered, radios went silent, and the control tower lost contact with incoming flights. The FAA quickly issued an emergency advisory, rerouting early cargo flights to Fairbanks as a precaution. Controllers scrambled to assess the situation, unsure if this was a technical malfunction or something far more serious. By dawn, the issue escalated. Authorities ordered a full evacuation of the main terminal, sending hundreds of confused passengers and staff into the chilly morning. Many clutched their bags, shivering in the uncertainty, as rumors of a cyber attack began to spread. Law enforcement and military vehicles soon arrived, blocking every entrance and securing the perimeter. The presence of armed personnel made it clear, this was no routine glitch, but a crisis unfolding in real time. At 6 a.m., the FAA took the rare and drastic step of issuing a nationwide ground stop for all flights bound for Anchorage. The order rippled through the aviation system, halting travel plans and stranding crews. Flight schedules unraveled across the country as Anchorage became a no-fly zone. Passengers in distant cities stared at departure boards, watching as canceled and delayed replaced their flight numbers. The airport, usually bustling with travelers and staff, was now eerily empty, its vast halls silent, its runways deserted. Only military aircraft patrolled the skies, a stark reminder of the gravity of the situation. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed a major security incident, establishing a unified command post at the airport. Emergency teams coordinated efforts, piecing together what little information they had. No timeline was given for reopening. News crews from around the world gathered outside, broadcasting live as the story unfolded. The world watched, waiting for answers that weren't coming. The silence over Anchorage was more than just the absence of planes. It was the sound of a nation on edge, holding its breath as the scope of the shutdown became clear. Official statements were vague: critical systems failure, security incident, but experts weren't convinced. Modern airports have layers of redundancy. For radar, communications, and landing systems to all fail at once, along with their backups, was nearly impossible by accident. The rapid deployment of military and FBI cyber teams suggested something far more serious than a technical hiccup. This was the kind of response reserved for espionage or a state-sponsored attack. The government's careful language seemed designed to buy time and control the narrative. Independent analysts quickly reached a consensus. Anchorage was likely the victim of a sophisticated cyber attack. The simultaneous collapse of multiple hardened systems was a classic sign of a targeted digital assault. This wasn't just a travel disruption, it was a digital act of aggression, with real-world consequences. The stakes had never been higher. Alaska's strategic value is immense. America's only Arctic territory, a region of unparalleled importance. It serves as a frontline state just 55 miles from Russia, making it a critical point of defense. Anchorage's airport is a dual-use facility, critical for both military logistics and global commerce. It handles a significant volume of cargo and military operations daily. Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, integrated with the airport, enables rapid deployment of U.S. forces worldwide. This integration ensures that the U.S. can respond swiftly to any global crisis. Alaska's radar and missile defense sites are America's northern watchtower, constantly monitoring for threats. These installations are vital for national security. Anchorage is also a global cargo hub. 90% of the industrialized world is within a 9.5-hour flight. This makes it a pivotal point for international trade. Every day, massive cargo planes refuel and exchange goods here, connecting Asia, North America, and Europe. This constant activity keeps global commerce flowing smoothly. When Anchorage shuts down, global supply chains unravel, delays, shortages, and financial losses ripple worldwide. The impact is felt across continents. The incident was a stark reminder. The security of one airport in Alaska is tied to the economic and military stability of the entire nation. It underscores the interconnectedness of our world. A single point of failure can have global consequences, affecting millions of lives and economies. Anchorage's silence echoed far beyond Alaska, a quiet reminder of its critical role in global stability. The crossroads of the world isn't just a slogan. Anchorage is a vital intersection for international air cargo, connecting North America to Asia and Europe in a way few other cities can. Its unique gas-and-go model allows planes to stop, refuel, and continue their journey with maximum efficiency. This means aircraft can carry more cargo and less fuel, making it possible to move goods faster and more economically between continents. As the world's fifth busiest cargo airport, Anchorage is a linchpin for industries ranging from technology and e-commerce to pharmaceuticals and medical supplies. Every day, millions of dollars worth of goods pass through its runways. A delay here can halt entire factory production lines, disrupt global supply chains, or keep life-saving medicine from reaching patients in time. The ripple effects are felt worldwide. The military relies on Anchorage too. Its runways are shared with a key U.S. base, enabling rapid global response and supporting national security operations across the Pacific and Arctic regions. This integration of commercial and military operations makes Anchorage a high-value target for anyone seeking to disrupt U.S. commerce and defense, whether through physical or digital means. The August shutdown exposed this vulnerability. A single cyber attack could paralyze both economic arteries and military operations, grounding planes and halting critical missions. In the 21st century, war isn't just fought with bombs and missiles. Digital attacks on infrastructure can be just as devastating, crippling entire cities or industries in moments. The Anchorage incident was a warning. Our most critical assets are now digital battlegrounds. The world took notice, and governments everywhere began reassessing their own vulnerabilities. The message was clear: no target is too remote. And in our interconnected world, even the farthest outpost can become the front line. Investigators quickly focused on the likelihood of a state-sponsored cyber attack. Recent months had seen increased Russian and Chinese military activity near Alaska, bombers, spy ships, and surveillance flights probing U.S. defenses. Suspected spy vessels lingered near undersea cables and radar sites, mapping America's northern infrastructure. The shutdown fit the profile of hybrid warfare, using cyber attacks to disrupt, test defenses, and send a message, without open conflict. Disabling a dual-use airport let adversaries cause chaos and maintain plausible deniability. For Washington, this was the culmination of escalating provocations, a shift from intelligence gathering to active disruption. The Pentagon treated the incident as a direct probe of U.S. vulnerabilities. No official suspect was named, but the focus was clear. Only a nation-state could pull off such a complex, devastating attack. The digital front line had come to Alaska. Anchorage's shutdown was the most severe in a string of aviation tech failures. Just a month earlier, a data center glitch grounded Alaska Airlines nationwide. Hundreds of flights canceled, thousands stranded. In 2023, a contractor's error in the FAA's NOTAM system halted all U.S. flights, exposing the fragility of aging infrastructure. Southwest's meltdown in 2022 and the global CrowdStrike outage in 2024 showed how a single point of failure could cripple the system. Many aviation systems are outdated, patched together, and run by third-party vendors, prime targets for cyber attacks. The Anchorage attack was a sinister escalation, adversaries exploiting known weaknesses for maximum impact. The lesson was clear: America's aviation backbone was vulnerable, and enemies were watching. The cracks in the system had become a national security threat. The U.S. government responded swiftly, treating the Anchorage shutdown as a national security crisis. Emergency meetings convened at the White House. The goal was to assess the attack, identify the perpetrators, and prevent further incidents. A nationwide audit of critical infrastructure began: airports, seaports, power grids, and more. Security teams raced to patch vulnerabilities, recognizing that digital threats could cause real-world chaos. The Pentagon elevated alert levels and increased military patrols around Alaska, signaling readiness to respond. The crisis forced a fundamental rethink. Defending the nation now meant protecting both physical and digital assets. Lawmakers pushed for urgent upgrades to the FAA's systems and stricter cybersecurity standards for airlines and airports. The Anchorage incident became a catalyst for long-overdue modernization. The message was unmistakable: resilience and security must be built into every layer of America's infrastructure. The stakes were too high for complacency. Anchorage's chaos was a wake-up call for the 21st century. Security now depends on resilient digital infrastructure as much as strong borders. Airports are complex networks. Protecting their technology is as vital as guarding their runways. This responsibility is shared. Government, airlines, tech vendors, and airport authorities must all invest in cybersecurity. The cost of inaction is too high: delays, shortages, and national vulnerability. Every citizen is affected. Our daily lives depend on systems we rarely see. The lesson vigilance, preparedness, and partnership are essential to defend against modern threats. Protecting our digital world is protecting our way of life.